Hi, all my dear students. My name is Shubhangi Sarunki and we are studying about the traffic engineering, fourth chapter, that is traffic engineering. In that, we have studied about the traffic volume study, passenger car unit, and traffic control devices. In traffic control devices, we have studied a traffic signal, marking, sign, traffic islands, etc. Now we are going to study about the traffic intersection. Okay, this is a road intersection. The highway intersection design has got a considerably influence on the safe and effective of the traffic movement. There are several turns and crossing placed on the road and the movements are handled in different way depending on the type of intersection and its design. The road intersection can be divided into two parts at the grade and grade subtract intersection. Okay. On the road intersection, if two roads are meeting or two roads are crossing from each other or by each other, then that is known as a road intersection. At the road intersection, the maximum traffic or maximum accident occur. For to avoid that and smoothly movement of the vehicle, we provide the bridges, underway or overway, or simply by providing a device traffic control devices over there. So there is two type of intersection. The one is at grade and second one is at subtract intersection. Let me study about first, that is at grade intersection. As you can see in the diagram, that is at the grade intersection. What is a grade intersection? This means that a two road or the two different road intersecting each other at the same level. This type of intersection, all the roadway joints or cross at the same level, is known as at the grade intersection. The type of the grade intersections are the T section. As you can see in the diagram 1, if there is one straight road and the second road is been intersecting at a 90 degree to that straight road, then that is a T section. Then the next one is a Y intersection. Y intersection, if there is an road, if there is a three road joining at a different angle, then that is a Y intersection. In a Y intersection, there is a maximum chances of accident. To avoid that accident, the precaution should be taken by a driver. Then the next one is a cross intersection. Cross intersection means the two roads are crossing each other at an angle of 90 degree. That is known as a cross intersection, as you can see in the diagram. Then the multiple intersection. In the multiple intersection, there are many roads. There are more than three roads intersecting or joining at one particular point at any different angles. Then that is known as a multiple intersection. Then there is a screw intersection. Screw intersection is to be provided when the two roads meet each other at an angle except in a right angle. If the road is not meeting, if one single road is going and the other road is meeting that road at not 90 degree, then that is known as a screw junction, as you can see in the diagram. Then the screw intersection. The cross intersection are provided when the two roads cross each other at the angle other than the 90 degree, as you can see in the diagram. This is also named as a accurate intersection. Means if the road is coming from any other direction and it is intersecting at the at a straight road at an angle other than 90 degree, then it is known as screw road intersection. Then the grade subtract intersection. Grade subtract intersection means the two roads are intersecting at different level. Means if one road is going from one direction, then different road will go about above. Means from above of that road above. When the two or more road intersecting at a different level, then such intersection are known as grade subtract intersection. It may be achieved by using a bridges. The type of the grade subtract intersection are overpassing or the flyover or a underpassing. As you can see in the diagram, the overpassing or the flyovers are this type of intersection. The major highways are taken above in the embankment, crossing the other highway by creating on the overbridges. Overbridges is also known as flyovers, while the underbridges are this type of great separate intersection in which one highway is taken by passing it below the ground level, crossing the highway by constructing under a bridges. As you can see in the diagram, if one is overpassing, then other is a underpassing. So simply this is a grade separate intersection. Then the next point comes, that is a road intersection. What is the next part is a road accident. What is a road accident? Gradually the traffic accident result from the actual failure of the road user. Road user means it can be your vehicle, or it can be the driver which is driving that vehicle. There are many type of the road accidents. The accident due to collision. The collision means pedestrian, means the person crossing or walking. You can collide with that, or collision with another vehicle, or collision with the fixed object, as you can see in the diagram. Then the collision due to non-collision. Then the accident due to non-collision means if you're turning, then if you're overturning or running off the roadway, or your vehicle has been sleep, then there are known as accident due to non-collision. Then the reason of the road accident due to passenger vehicle or road condition. If the passenger or the driver which is driving that, or with the or the accident can be happen because of failing of the vehicle, or because of the road condition, if there is a defects in the road, even though the accident can be happen. Then the provision to prevent the road accident are to remove the obstacle causing the accident, or to provide the traffic control devices, or to provide proper footpath along the side of the road, or by proper providing a cross section, a road section, or the zebra crossing. Provide a sufficient lighting facilities on the road, so that if there is a pothole or any defects, then also we can avoid it by proper lighting facility. Then the next part is a parking study. The study of the parking area is most important facility in major cities in the country, because there is a huge increase of various type of vehicles. The parking of the vehicle become a complex and major problem in the cities, because the parking is a major essential part. Therefore, the each and every residential zone, or it is an industrial zone, we should provide a parking facilities. But how we can provide a parking facilities, which all the criteria is there, let me see it. The various aspects to be investigated during the parking studies are parking demand, parking characteristics, the parking space inventory. Means we have to see whether the parking demand is there or not. If there is a parking demand, then we have to study about the parking characteristics, like a traffic, like a vehicle which is going to be parked, we have to study about that. Then the parking space inventory means if we have some space, then how we are going to arrange our vehicle, or how we are going to park our vehicle with the help of simply by marking the parkings. The object of parking study: to make the necessary improvement in the existing parking facilities. If we are studying the parking, then obviously if there is any existing facility, we can improve that, or to gain the information of demand and supply of the parking facilities, or to operate the existing area for parking by proper planning. We can, if we can proper study and we can properly plan, then the parking then the problem of parking is solved, or it can be resolved very fast. Following points are considered for parking study. The first is a parking practice, space inventory, personal interview, and a cordon count. So how we are going to study that? Let's see one by one. The parking practice. In the area of the parking place, the observation are made for a type of vehicle, the time of arriving, dispatch, the space, and the observations are recorded on the specific format. Then the design of off-strip parking depend upon the various factors measures are entering and exiting, then the traffic flow, side distance and relevant speed. First we have to study about the traffic which has been parked, okay, in your area, that how much time it has been parked, then what is the arriving time of that vehicle, then what is the dispatch time of that vehicle, the space required for that vehicle to park. We have to study that. After studying that, we have to consider the various factors, and then if we are considering for the off-side parking, we have to see the existing and the entering time of the vehicle, then we have to see about the traffic flow on the street, then the side distance required for easily flow of the traffic, then relevant speed of the traffic which has been flowing, then only we can provide the facilities of street. Then the various marking showing the parking space limits are which all marking we can provide for the vehicle marking are parallel curb marking, right angle parking, oblique marking, parallel curb parking alternative. As you can see in the diagram, there is also an parallel, right angle, oblique marking. So this all is a marking which we can provide for our traffic park, for our vehicle to park. Then the space inventory. The parking space of all type in the area should be list and classified according to a traffic flow. The curb space is sub-classified by an location. Means you have to study about the space which you have. If you have this much of space, then how much vehicle or which type of vehicle we can park, and it is sufficient space for all type of vehicle to park, and how you can provide the sufficient space by simply utilizing the marking. If we provide the marking, proper marking, then obviously the proper space we can utilize for our parking. And the personal interviews, many times we take a personal interviews, like interviews of a driver may be taken by questioning the postcar left at the parking, the windshield or the sidewalk or in the office. Information regarding the trip's destination, parking, trip purpose, then the distance walks are obtained. We take a personal interview, means how much time you are going to park it, or we can take personal interviews like if you are going for somewhere, uh, then you're going to prefer the parking at which side and everything, then the trips about where you're going to at what place you're going to go, and at that place we are going to park and everything, we can take a personal interview. Then there is a cordon parking or cordon counts. The observation of number of vehicles on all the routes entering or leaving the areas are recorded. Observation of the number of the occupying in each and number of the pedestrian by the time units are recorded. In this we are going to record each and every vehicular, the that is at what time it is arriving, at what time it has been dispatched or living, and how much space it is required, and everything we are going to record it. And after recording for at least for 1 month, then you can design your own parking space like this. So this is all about your fourth chapter, that is traffic engineering. In this we have studied all about the traffic, how you are going to control the traffic flow, or how you are going to design the traffic control devices, where you're going to place the traffic control devices and which all is the traffic control devices. Not only that, we should avoid the accident by simply using or properly fixing the traffic control devices and following the traffic rule. And also we have studied about the traffic parking, that is a vehicular parking. This is all about your fourth chapter. Thank you everyone.